I'm a sophomore at Harriton, and I want to talk about the Oakwell issue. We're in an emergency on this planet. Globally mature trees are disappearing at a devastating rate due to wildfires, development, disease, and rapidly changing weather patterns. Trees are not just standing there, they're working hard for us at every moment, storing carbon, preventing erosion, capturing stormwater, providing habitat, and creating breathable air. It's the global responsibility of those of us who live in wooded areas to protect the trees in our communities. Lower Merion is rich in trees, but there's a huge environmental value difference between ornamental trees and curated yards and the type of well-established 200-year-old trees woven together in a wooded area like those at Oakwell. One mature tree can provide the full daily oxygen needs for 4 people. Doing the math tells us that Oakwell, untouched, currently provides the oxygen for 1,000 Lower Merion children every day. Replacement saplings promised by the school district will not come close to providing this service for at least 100 years, if ever. I know that the purpose of the plan is to benefit the kids, but isn't the best plan for us to actually invest in our future? The fields could be made somewhere else, but the forest can't be replaced unless we feel like waiting another 200 years.
The proposed plan to raise 500 mature trees at Oakwell is nothing less than a genocide. It's a genocide of the trees and all of the inhabitants protected by the forest. We know now, based on irrefutable scientific data, that trees are sentient beings who communicate with each other and with the surrounding environment. They nurture and protect the life within them and around them, supporting growth and balance. We kill trees, we kill all of the species that rely on them. We kill a community. We humans tend to overrun anything in the path of our goals. This is no longer an option if we are to survive as a species. Our children will not even make it into adulthood if we continue to cut off their future air supply, adding pollution to the environment and taking down the trees that clean up that pollution. It's time to get very quiet, mindful, and heed the path forward that's in the highest service. That path is to protect life, not to destroy it. In this trade-off, school children of the main line, like I once was, will not lose life if they don't have more playing fields. They will lose life down the road if they don't have enough oxygen to breathe.
Here we have an issue that we can do something about. Right here in our backyards, I know it will take a lot of ingenuity and creativity, but let's please save the 500 trees at Oakwell and tell our children that we're listening to them and that we care about their tomorrow.
And I do believe that cutting down the 500 tree forest at Oakwell in Villanova will be a disservice to all LMSD kids. In this moment, there is a well-documented epidemic of depression and anxiety among many of our young people. Of course, COVID, of course. But in addition, the climate crisis weighs very heavily on many of their young minds. The Oakwell situation is important because communities large and small must change business as usual if we are going to survive.
Now, you have a lot to say about what's going to happen with those fields. You don't necessarily have the power to say that we are going to build fields there, but you do have the power to say that we aren't. And I hope that you will make the right decision. Thank you.